welcome to the Blue Raven News update with the election betting odds for 2024. Might come as a shocker, but Joe Biden is actually leading. We have 36.4% of bets are favored to Joe Biden, and he's well ahead, which is pretty surprising. The incumbent always has the advantage in these presidential elections, but considering that he's that much ahead, he is 7.8 points ahead of Donald Trump in the betting odds. Well, Donald Trump's at 28.6%. Ron DeSantis at 12.5%. This one's going to come as a surprise because Gavin Newsom has not declared his presidential bid, but Gavin Newsom is at 8.3%, which is pretty insane. Which means the Democratic Party is going to try to get him in. They're going to try to get him in. They don't want Joe Biden, but they'll take him. They don't want Kennedy. They're going to take. They might try to take Newsom. They might attempt it. It might be a disaster if they do, but I think they can't put up with Biden anymore, and they're not going to accept Kennedy. Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, Mike Pence, and Ramaswamy are all 2 points or below, 2% or below. So none of them really stand a chance. They'll all be out by Iowa or New Hampshire. It's pretty obvious. Speaking of Iowa and New Hampshire, there have been some recent polls between Kennedy and Biden for Iowa and New Hampshire. The two latest polls both showed Kennedy ahead by 5 points in both states, Iowa and New Hampshire. Just goes to show, Biden cannot win the first two states like he wasn't able to in 2020. He's going to have some troubles because, let's face it, the only reason Biden is the president today is because the Democratic Party all got together and they said, we can't have Bernie Sanders winning. You guys saw how Pete Buttigieg dropped out even after winning Iowa? Even though he only won by 2 votes in Iowa, he still won Iowa. He dropped out. They only cared about stopping Sanders. Sanders has announced he won't run, but this time, so they feel safe. They feel safe with that. So, but if they try to get Newsom in, they'll try to get Newsom in. They won't accept Kennedy. They'll do anything they can to get Newsom in. So, my bets are that they're going to get him to run. They're going to elect him in. And they're probably going to get him in. Let's just face it. There's also an Iowa favorability rating, which shows Ron DeSantis 75% favorability in Iowa. Haley at 53%. It's very low. I'm actually quite surprised. Pence at 66% favorability in the state of Iowa. I am quite shocked that his is actually higher than Nikki Haley's. Pence has destroyed himself, and honestly, he's a piece of work. I'll give him that. Complete rhino. Everyone can see that. I'm surprised even two-thirds the population of Iowa even approves of him. And Trump is at 80%, so it's higher than Ron DeSantis, higher than all the others, of course. But yeah, he's doing very well. So it looks like he could take the first two states. This is looking like it's mainly going to be Trump-Biden election. Basically, everything's looking in Trump's favor. As I said, he's well ahead, and he had like 62% chance. He has like 62% chance of winning the Republican nomination, and even though DeSantis is in a strong second, he's gonna have some trouble. He launched on Twitter. He didn't do too well when he first launched on Twitter. Had some embarrassing starts, technical difficulties, so that did not go well for him. But fortunately for him, he has jumped back up in the polls and he's gaining. The Chris Christie campaign has completely flopped, which everyone thought he keeps attacking Ron DeSantis. What he needs to be doing is attacking Trump, because let's face it, Trump is the main contestant. They're all trying to go. Everyone's trying to get go after Trump, but there's no, everyone should be trying to go after Trump. Like, he's the main, he's basically the nominee in the making, again. He's going to be the nominee again, unless they can all drop out, endorse each other, and maybe they'll stand a chance. And Ron DeSantis looks like he's the only one even capable of beating Trump at all. Chris Christie cannot spend his time hammering at Ron DeSantis to get himself severely hurt if he does so, and he's going to destroy his campaign. It's looking like he doesn't stand a chance either way, but yeah, but that's really his only shot. Candidates like Vivek Ramaswamy and Pence have also been attacking Ron DeSantis, which I don't understand why they are. They obviously see him as a bigger threat than Trump, which doesn't make any sense. According to the polls, betting odds, and basically anyone you ask on the street, most likely most of them are going to be going for Trump and already planning to vote for him. Especially the ones I meet now. Down here in Phoenix, Arizona, almost everyone has been supporting Trump, like everywhere I go. Well, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, again, as I've said, it makes absolutely no sense why they'd all be going after a second place candidate unless they really see him as a potential to become first place candidate. So they're obviously really scared of him. This is Blue Raven TV. Like and subscribe for more videos.